Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday, October 7th. Had a little bit of a brain lapse there for a minute. I did not record a CarCast yesterday, as I said, because there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. The only thing I could have talked about was what had happened the night before on the TV show. Super secret here, guys. I did not watch Monday night's show until last night. So I couldn't really report on it. I just was not. I was like, I don't. It started late. I was like, Plus, side note, I was watching one of my people that I play Sequester with play Sequester, and she was doing really well. And so that's what I was actually doing, was watching that, and I didn't want to get distracted. So I knew I wasn't going to miss anything because we knew what happened. But I did watch last night. I did watch Monday Night's Show last night, and there wasn't a whole lot new. They did show the stuff that we said they needed to show. They did show the conversations that went on in the hallway that I had pointed out on our podcast on Saturday, where Christmas talked with Tyler, and Tyler talked with Enzo. We also saw some, conversations that went on in the bathroom. All this plotting to possibly get Nicole out when it was Nicole and David. And sure enough, a little bit. Well, actually, Enzo. I thought Enzo. Well, he kind of was. So Enzo claimed that he was doing what Memphis wanted by voting out David, but he also said he's got loyalty to Cody, and Cody's my number one, and so that's what he really said, is that voting out Nicole would have blindsided Cody, and he couldn't do that. So it is Enzo's loyalty to Cody that made him not agree to vote out Nicole. But it was done well. The editing was well. It showed the reactions to David going, but the vote being 3-2. Also, the conversations that went on as Christmas went to vote when Danielle was up for eviction, the little conversations that she had standing at the door waiting to go vote, that's some of the stuff that we never get to see. And most of the time I thought they weren't supposed to talk while the voting was going on. But obviously there was some talking going on there, and they loved it because they showed it, which I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, that's going to be the next season. When you show this season, other people are going to be like, well, you let them talk during the voting. But that's me over analyzing it. All right, so the show is interesting. The first, I would say, if you haven't watched it yet, you skip the first couple minutes of recapping, but they do get into the recapping pretty quickly of the voting. And then you can watch about the next 15-20 minutes, which is the highlights of the stuff that went on during the show. Then they had a household competition. I did watch it. It was the buzzer thing. It wasn't that much worth watching. And frankly, Christmas was out first. So they knew right away that Christmas was out. Although the one thing that I did find interesting was that Memphis would not have nominated. Memphis would have gone after Nicole. So that would have been definitely more interesting than this current situation with Tyler and Christmas. But it didn't happen. So, there you go. It's Tyler and Christmas, and Tyler's going. There was a bit of hope by people yesterday when they were getting Cody and Enzo and Memphis were getting really annoyed with Christmas, to the point where you thought, ooh, they might vote Christmas out just because they're so annoyed with her. But no, they're not going to. They're going to vote out Tyler. Sorry, any of you who were reading the Twitterverse and saw the thing saying, oh, the vote may have flipped. No, it's still Tyler. Which I think I covered on Monday, because I initially thought it was going to be Christmas that was going, but then after the power of veto, they changed their mind. So, no, it's Tyler that is going. Whoa, this person is okay. So that guy's cutting the trees with the lawnmower. There's okay. Just passed a tractor which has one of these arms on it to mow the grass, but he was actually reaching up with this thing on a big arm and cutting back the trees. Kind of, they were leaning out onto the road a bit. Maybe that's what they use it for too. I just haven't seen it done that way. It looked rather weird with this big, huge lawnmower bed, or whatever you want to call it, up in the air. There's your squirrel moment for the day. But that's about all I got, guys. Definitely, we're at Wednesday. Power Veto was not used on Monday, as we expected. And Tyler is still very likely to go. Nicole did have a very long conversation with the cameras yesterday, talking about her game, and how she actually is playing and all this stuff, to which some people immediately got on and said, well, you haven't done anything. And so, I don't know. If you're a big Nicole fan, there's a big, long conversation. I think it was morning. It may have been, of course, morning for them is afternoon for us. But she was up in the head of household room, and she talked quite a while to the cameras about it, about her game and how difficult it is, and blah, 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 blah. So if you're a Nicole fan, you might want to check that out. Everybody else, yeah, a lot of hot air. I don't know. If Nicole wins head of household, then maybe. She also claims that she threw one or two competitions. I know earlier that Cody has said, you're not trying very hard. Or I've seen you throw some competitions, and she's like, I have not. He's like, well, you aren't trying. She said, I'm just not trying very hard or something. I don't know if she is or isn't. I mean, she may not want to win a competition. She may not be trying hard, but that doesn't mean she was going to win them, if that makes sense. Interesting that that she threw the Ready, Set, Go competition. Is like, really? That one? So many people just throw that one. If you remember when Christmas won it in a cast. So, God, what a crazy season that one was. That's what I got. Yep, that's it. I think I'm done. I'm done talking about Big Brother. And now, no, I'm not going to talk about Sequester, except for very briefly to mention, I think Sequester is on hiatus now for like a month. They're supposedly recording a new version of the live, the quote, TV version of Sequester, which is a YouTube version, season 4. So there are people all gathered, I think in North Carolina, and they're going to record this version that'll get put up on YouTube, or maybe get, shopped around. I don't know. We'll see. So, Sequester is going to go dark, as they say, for a few weeks. And, yeah. So, I don't know what we'll be doing. I'll be doing other stuff. Instead of thinking, I think this time last year I was doing other stuff, so... Anyway, should be interesting. I did want to say I will give a shout out. I do know now that I do have a few of you Sequester people that listen. I know one. I don't know if she's listening now. She may not listen today. I don't know if one of my mini mates, Lauren. Oh, great, Mike. Now you mispronounced her name. Lauren is listening, but she has commented a couple of times. So shout out to Lauren. And I don't think Emma listens, but on the off chance Emma is listening, Emma did very well in her Sequester on Monday night. She got all the way to 5th place. Oh, I'd hope she made it further, but frankly, she isn't as socially active in Sequester as all of the other people that got to the 5th, to the top 5. And so she was kind of screwed at that point, just based on social, how well they all knew each other. And that does play a factor in the game. Your relationships going into the game. So, but she did amazing. She really did. Another player that I've played with once, Jules, who played kind of on the arch rival, if you're really going to call it that, Sequester mini. she was playing well with her. Mark from my 530 mini was trying to play with her and help her, and Hannah, who played with the Hunger Games mini, also she went out kind of early. I was hoping she would work with her. Didn't really have much of an opportunity, but that's just interesting stuff. I just love rooting for people that I have played with and seeing them do well. You get a thrill out of watching someone that could do okay in it and seeing them go far. And I know what a rush it is when you get to that point, because you get to the top 5, you've played most of the game. There's not a whole lot left after 5. After 5, there's the 4, and that's where I went out third. So really, time-wise, I've only played about maybe 10 minutes more of a Sequester game than Emma has, because once you're at the final 4, it's arguments and dragging and all kinds of craziness. So very good. So happy for Emma. Those of you that are listening to this and have no idea what I'm talking about, hey, I don't know what to tell you. We do have there is a super mix, as it was called. I should put that on my post about Sequester. Although now is not the time to tell people about Sequester, because there's nothing new to watch. And there won't be for a few weeks. So we'll have to wait and see and talk about it more later. That's it. Now I'm really done. Got to go to work. Take care, everybody. Have a happy Wednesday. And we'll have Tyler getting evicted tomorrow. I'll probably talk to you guys tomorrow, though, too. All right? Be well. Bye.